I think we're going to start New Game Plus 7. I believe this is the last tier of New Game Plus. I don't think the enemies get stronger after this, but I could be wrong. Getting 200k runes in 15 minutes. There's a way to get 10 million an hour in a certain place. 10 million runes per hour. And I think it's higher than that on New Game Plus 7. I believe this is the last level where you get more runes and whatnot. Pumpkinhead and 2 trolls. Yeah, there's a spot in the underground area where you fight Moog. There's a spot where you get that much in about 15 seconds. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, that's a lot. You have to have a certain weapon to do it, though. But, like I said, you get more runes. Gotta find this place? Yeah, it's like right when you go to the... It's right when you go to the place to go kill Moog underground. It's right there. You like turn left and there's a ramp that if you have the weapon from the final boss, I think it costs like 10,000 runes, and you do need some stats, and you gotta upgrade it, I think at least to like +5. But when you do that, you get like it's strong enough to one-shot everything in that line, and the range on it is crazy. Like it'll kill everything in that ravine, and it gives you like 30,000 in like 15 seconds. Yeah, bad habits. This weapon is pretty fucking crazy. It's a pretty fucking insane weapon. Yep, 10 million runes per hour. It is fucking crazy.
Hey sir, but I can play turning root to aid you. You need to the foot. Then it's summon me. Ah, I bequeath. It will summon Torrent. Treat him with...
Fire one takes too much time to get going. Yeah, it can. But I really only use the fire one on Queen Renala, because she will otherwise just completely, like, she's resistant to magic. So the beam does like no damage. So, but there's actually there is actually a spell, and the spell is actually the spell that the Sword of Night and Flame has, where it does like the arcane beam. Ow. But it's channeled. It's not, and it only ends when you run out of FP. And if you get a certain physic tier, you can channel it for 10 seconds, and if you bolster your damage enough, you can one-shot pretty much any boss in the game. And what I want to do is I want to get that spell. Because I think it would be fucking sick. Dude, I can't see shit, man. It's always something. It's either fucking raining, foggy, or something else that just like tampers with this whole thing. Let's see. Yeah, there's a max level. It's 99 in every stat. It's like 700 and something. It would be very hard to hit max level in this without cheating, because like even if you just look at my character, like I've already beaten the game 7 times. I've beaten the game 7 times, and I'm not even level 300. And it has gotten so expensive to level up. Like, look at how much it costs to level up now. 529,000 runes. It is fucking expensive. To give you an idea of like how fucking terrible that is. Bro, come on. These dragons seem like they get bigger and bigger every time I play the game. Well, at least I know I'm right about the wind tunnel over here, or the wind stream, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah, this is so much faster this way too. I mean, 7 times doesn't just mean I'm better. It doesn't automatically mean that I'm better. This game is fucking hard. I just happen to have a really OP weapon at my disposal. And I haven't even really began speedrunning this for real yet. Like, I'm still very, very early in the speedrun routing part. I'm just using a New Game Plus file because I want to have a better understanding of what I can do to try to make this run as optimal as possible, given what we know about the run today. I thought I was going to wait a couple weeks to start speedrunning, but honestly, like, I've gotten what I wanted to get out of the game. It was a great game, and I do plan on doing an actual review within the next couple days. Like, I probably won't do the review on Twitch. I'll probably make it as like a YouTube exclusive video, because I want to actually like take my time to really think about the game. Like, I was blown away by the game, but I feel like me actually finishing the game was pretty anticlimactic. And so it was hard for me to just like immediately transition that into a review, because I beat the final boss, but I spent like another day and a half just like doing extra shit. I'm a little slow because I took a wide line getting to the church. It's alright though. Try to go as far like southwest as I possibly can. I think it'll just be a little easier that way. Taking the ramp up this way, not trying to climb rocks and shit. I can see the fort from here. So I am gonna have to go around a little bit once I come around the... Come on. There we go. I'm fat rolling. Why the fuck am I fat? Oh, I know why. I know why. It's because I have this katana equipped. I was like, wait, what the fuck, dude? All right. Activating this Lost to Grace because there's a golden seed that shows up after you go back to, or after you get to go to the round table hold for the first time. Which I don't know when we'll do that. That just it seems like it's kind of a weird spot for us right now because I don't think she goes until after you kill Godric, so it would be a while before we went there anyway. I wanna try this stun lock thing. Apparently there's a way you can, it's not really a stun lock, but you can, with this piece that I got. Chief. It's pretty funny. 529. Should be able to level up after Godric.
It's tight. God, you breach the. Well.
The gate.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the alterations. I have no idea what they're actually supposed to do. Your guess is as good as mine. I just don't like the idea of them following me, so I'm just going to start quitting out here from now on. You probably don't have to, but I prefer it personally. You don't have to worry about them following me and hitting me with bow and arrow while I'm trying to climb the hill and all that other shit. Not the best. I would have died there on a new game run. That line's going to be a pain in the ass on new game. I know it's possible to get through without getting hit, but I haven't quite worked out how I'm going to do that yet. stuck here. I was stuck here for a little bit in my first playthrough. He's a tough boss. His appendages just make it really hard to fucking see anything, let alone... Oh, come on. All these trees, man. Yeah, his appendages make it really easy to get stuck on shit. Yeah, I'm doing a little late night. I've kind of been doing 2-a-days for the last little while. I've been trying to spend more time with my family because I've been no-lifing on stream for weeks, and so I've been kind of doing 2-a-days. I've been doing like one either in the morning or early afternoon, and then another one late at night. I'm just trying to find my groove. Just trying to find my groove. I don't quite know what I'm doing yet as far as... as far as the stream goes. Like, I know Elden Ring is really all I want to play right now. Don't do much damage, so you can level 33. Is that too low? It's hard to say. It depends on what build you're using. I mean, like, if you're like a magic build, you can probably kill most of these bosses at like level 20, but if you're just going with like a basic strength build, then yeah, you probably need to be like level 50. Maybe even higher than that. Suck on Renala. Renala's tricky, but I think honestly her summons are the most intimidating part of the fight, but they're really not that bad. They actually only have a little bit of health. You can usually kill them in a couple hits. Except the dragon. The dragon has a lot of health, but like the wolves, you can usually one-shot the wolves. Her summons are, I think, just designed to like make it feel super hectic, but it's really not that bad. Haven't tried doing it this way, like going through Temple Quarter like this. And it seems like it's still a pretty direct way to get to the key. Two spells back to back, those are staff all heat seeking. So her staff actually only has two combinations. She either throws it straight back and straight forward and it comes back, or she will throw it like in a circle around her. Yeah, mage is rough with Renala for sure. Really? The fucking crab. In the fight way too long. Yeah. Yeah, that's honestly what gets you in these games almost all the time, is the fight being too long. Like, battle fatigue definitely sets in.
Fit to see whether, and it seems torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering. Very well, let my hand.
You're kind of forced to do this. I would be doing this actually earlier in the run than even getting to Renala. It's better to do it earlier in the run, though, so that you don't have to deal with the timer ticking while you're trying to find your spot on the map to travel to. But I think you can use a hotkey to get there quicker. I haven't fucked with it yet, though. Look at this pace. To think that this could, like, honestly, the two boss fights would be a little on the slower side. The boss fights would be a little bit on the slower side, but this pace I think is actually not quite realistic. I think you'd probably be a minute or two slower than this in a new game run because of the two bosses, but I think this is honestly pretty damn close. That was actually pretty slow, though. It's pretty shitty. Pretty shitty wolf. I could have that wolf killed like 20, 30 seconds faster. If I just had a bit cleaner. Maybe not 20 to 30, but maybe 15. God damn it, man. I do that shit all the time. Try to take that line a little too tight. Fall off the damn cliff. Fuck. Man, shit. God, this fight is fucking slow. Fucking slow ass fucking fight.
Weave thy night into being.
Slow ass motherfucking fight. By the light of the moon? Main academy date, there we go. I forgot to start up the timer again, but I'm not worried about it because I've been starting my timer a little late. So that should offset the couple seconds that we were in the menus there. Here we go. Back on track. This isn't going to be like exact for obvious reasons. Like I'm not using an actual IGT, so I'm just trying to get it as accurately as I can. As accurately as I can. There will be a few seconds, give or take, at the end of the run due to human error. And whether or not Malekith kills me so badly that I just decide to say, fuck the timer, I'm not doing this anymore. Because that could happen too. This actually might be a good spot to swing by during the run too, because I think there's another tier here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anywhere that's just like super convenient to just like hop on in and grab one. Let's go. Let's do it. This is so much faster than my other route for getting to the Great Lift of Dectus. So much faster. Like, holy cow. Hey, precious boop. I'm doing pretty well. The family's doing pretty well, too. And I am going to TwitchCon. I haven't booked my flight yet, but I do have my Airbnb sorted. I always Airbnb in California because hotels are way too fucking expensive. I found an Airbnb for $55 a night that's 2 miles away from the gas lamp district. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. Can't beat that. 2 miles away from downtown San Diego. Let's do it. It's for like 4 nights anyway. It's not like it needs to be super comfortable. It's literally, when I go to TwitchCon, I've only been to one TwitchCon, so I shouldn't just say when I go, because I've only been there once. This will be my second TwitchCon. TwitchCon is in October, drunk, and it is in San Diego, California. But yeah, when I went there last time, I found the cheapest Airbnb that was within 15 minutes drive of the gas lamp district, because I knew that I was literally only gonna be going back to my room to sleep and nothing else. It was when everybody was like, fuck this, I'm going to bed at like 3:30 in the morning after watching GDQX. I would sleep for 5 hours. And then end up right back where we started. Alright, so I like that you can like speed loop this. But yeah, like when it comes to, like with GDQ, you don't really have a choice, because like you're gonna try to do your best to like stay in the hotel, so you're kind of limited on that. But with TwitchCon, whatever's cheap and close, it's a bed. I don't care where it is, as long as there's a place for me to sleep. Gosh, this is gonna be, that's gonna be huge in the run. These 4 golden seeds right here. By this point, it'll be 2 flask upgrades right here that we get access to before we fight Godfrey. But yeah, I'm going to TwitchCon. I'll be there. If you guys want to meet me. I might be bringing my fiance as well. I'm not sure yet. I booked the room, and there's room for the two of us, but I can't really afford 2 plane tickets. So I told my fiance, I was like, you know, you're gonna have to figure out your plane ticket because we really can't afford to send. We can't really afford for both of us to go unless you figure out how to pay for your ticket, but. Because while the Airbnb is cheap, the plane ticket is not. Round trip is like $400. And I barely have $400 after paying for a vacation. We're going on a cruise in July. And after that, the blade is tapped. The blade is tapped out on major purchases after that, so. I don't think that's enough, buddy. It is not enough. Okay. I'll tell you where I'm gonna split this. Right there. I'm gonna split it there. I was splitting. Yo, Kyle, thank you for the 5 gift subs, dude. If you guys got a gift sub, be sure to thank the homie. Why can't all flights be affordable? Well, I mean, there's this airline called Breeze Airways that we have in Columbus, and they do direct flights to a lot of places. And it's like $50. Unfortunately, LA is not one of them right now. Hopefully it will be eventually. I would love to be able to go to LA for $50. I would love to be able to go to LA for $50. I'd be going every fucking weekend. Not really, I can't afford to go every weekend, but... Activate this. And then we're gonna go fight Godfrey. This is good. How many drinks do I have left? I have 2. Alright, I've been getting a lot better at dodging that lightning attack. I don't think we're going to have enough health to be able to soak it in new games, so... You're gonna have to get good at dodging that if you want to survive this section. We're probably gonna have like maybe 20 vigor for the whole run. So, and that's like if we're freaking lucky, man. Like, it's really hard to say how I'm even gonna build my character. Like, if it's a bleed build, I'll probably be putting a lot of points into vigor and dex. Nice, very nice fight. Very, very nice fight. Cheaper to sub to Hazeblade than to pay for a Netflix sub. It's true. That is true. It's cheaper to sub to my channel than it is to pay to watch Netflix. This is true. I don't know if I can say anything else that would like try to convince you that it's a better value. You definitely get more variety from Netflix than you do from your boy Blaze here, but you know, I mean, it's cool. Oh shit, forgot to stop the timer. That's alright, I'll let the timer run on the next load screen. Which is actually coming up here soon. Just die, bud. This is gonna be mad slow, but it's whatever. He likes to not get hit for that last sliver of health. It's kind of shitty.
Allow me, you are prevented the thorns, a husk, the only way, and become my pup. So I'd like you to the flame then and guide.
Alright, I will split when the loading screen is over. I also need to level up. I think I have enough. I do. Cool. This is still a really good pace. Could still sub 125, you never know. Probably not going to, but it could. And you only got like 5 bosses left. 6 bosses. Hey Emily, how's it going? Good, just got off work. Nice. Very nice. Hope it was a good day. Alright. So we're heading to the fire giant now. Fire giant is an asshole. Okay, he likes to roll around. He doesn't take damage like he's supposed to. And he's all around just a piece of shit, okay? Yeah, I feel like taking the fire... I would probably take the fire talisman there on a new game run. It's a free talisman, and if anything, you could use it on the fire giant just to alleviate a little bit of the pain. But I honestly think that it, like, even though it's free and it's there, I think it's probably not really going to matter that much on the fire giant fight. With that fight, if you take any damage, you're dead, especially in the speedrun when we're not really going to have a lot of health. Like, our objective is going to be to go in there and do as much damage as possible and then leave. Like, that's all there is to it after that. You either do it or you don't. Sword of Might and Flame is super broken. Yeah, it's not as broken as the fucking, like, OP Comet spell. Azul Comet or whatever it's called. It's not as broken as that, but it's still a very, very strong. Because you basically get that spell attached to a sword. Which you really can't beat. I mean, it's... Sometimes you can't use magic straight up, and it's better to just slash. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's just that, like, I'm leveling strength now. I'm on New Game Plus 7, which I believe this is the hardest the game will ever be in terms of, like, just, like, straight up how much damage shit's dealing and whatnot. As insane as the Comet is, though, it's probably not worth it to, like, route it into the speedrun. I mean, neither is the Sword of Night and Flame, but it takes, like, a fucking long-ass time to get this weapon. It's like 15 minutes out of the way. I think, honestly, in all bosses, it would probably be worth it, because it's on the way. But I think if it's not, like... Honestly, anything that's not on the way in this game... If it's not on the way in this game, it's not worth it. Like, I'm just gonna be super honest about that from a speedrun standpoint. If it's not on the way, nobody's gonna route it into the run. Nobody going for world record anyway is gonna route it in. Like, if you got to detour 5 minutes to go get something, it's not going to happen. I think the closest thing to, like, a detour that we're going to have is farming runes to level up our character. And I think, honestly, it's going to be that dragon. It's going to be that dragon because it'll make the Margit fight so fucking easy. I don't think it'll be worth it to route Margit's shackle in. Isn't there like 70 bosses? 85 to be exact. There are 85 fucking bosses in this game. It is ridiculous. There's so many. But all bosses is not going to be all 85. It's going to be... They're going to just do the bosses that actually matter. They're not going to have you clear 25 catacombs or however many there are in this game. They're not going to have you do that in the speedrun. That'd be way too obnoxious. Oh, did I go the wrong fucking way? What did I do? I did go the wrong fucking way. Cool. Good job, Hazeblade. Alright. We're back on track. We're good. Lost like maybe 20 seconds because of that. Like this area? I did too. I mean, I liked almost all the areas. There wasn't really too many areas that I was just like, nah, I'm good. My least favorite area was probably... Not the Eternal City of Nokron, but the area next to it with like the Scarlet Rot Lake and all that. I wasn't a huge fan of that area. But it was also such a small area that I was just like, eh. Actually, you know what? No. That area was not my least favorite. My least favorite area was the Crumbling City. That, I did not enjoy that area at all. The area as a whole is just really fucking brutal. Least favorite area is the Academy with Renala. I actually really like the Academy. I will say that my main issue with the Academy is just that, like a lot of things in this game, you just feel so under-leveled all the time. And the Academy was no exception to that. That wasn't very nice. Yeah, this is going to be a really exhausting part of the speedrun. It's just like... I mean, I don't know if I would say exhausting. I will say that this speedrun is going to allow streamers to interact with their chat a lot. Because it's very chill. 90% of the run is just running from A to B. Like, getting to the bosses is 90% of the run. There's like 40 minutes or something of just like horseback getting... This one is 10 minutes. Like, look, I killed Morgott at 46:42. $46.42 is when I killed Morgott. Okay. And I'm about to enter the boss room within, like, the next, like, 30 seconds. Yeah, maybe within the next minute. It's a little more than 30 seconds, but... Dude, my brain hurts right now.
Better
I'm just
take it
going the
with you.
complete fucking wrong way. Alright, I lost like a minute on this line. I went the wrong way twice. Sometimes these paths get fucking confusing. So I can't afford to die on Fire Giant here, because this is already going to be super slow. That was a really clean fight. Really fucking clean. This might actually gold, which I was initially worried about because... Alright, hold on. How much do I need for a level? Alright, I have enough for a level, so I can level my character with a little more strength on my way to the next boss. Killing giant sub-hour? Let's go. Whew, almost fell off. That would have been shitty. Sorry, 5 bosses left. Excuse me. It's like a boss gauntlet after Godskin Duo, though.
Ice well and death. Are you pro to commit? Very well.
I'm ready to commit. Let's go. I'm ready to commit, dude. Alright. Easily and arguably the worst boss in the game is Malekith. He fucking sucks. Yeah, Kyle, thank you for the sub. Gifted to Precious Boop. Appreciate that, buddy. I'd love to get, like, as this last run here, I'd love to do it in under an hour and a half. I think that'd be sick. That'd make for a good YouTube video. Finishing Elden Ring in under 90 minutes. Like, this is far from a perfect run, but... it's not a real run, so... in a sense, it doesn't really matter, but... takes like less than 3 seconds to activate these, so better to activate them and not be full of regret if I die. Sidestep that. Nice. $433. What do I need? $551. We're gonna use it. Good. Ooh. I gotta have a really, really clean Malekith, because I mean, I'm worried a little bit about Elden Beast, but I'll get sub 130. It's honestly gonna depend on Elden Beast and Malekith. I'm not worried about I'm not worried about Godfrey or the all-knowing Tarnished. I'm not worried about either of those two. I mean, the Tarnished boss is basically a free 400k runes, if we're being honest. Very easy boss. It's literally just like, it's like a PvP kind of boss. Not really, but it's like one of those bosses where it's just kind of like fighting just like an NPC. Yeah, shit. This is the true boss of Elden Ring right here. These fucking birds, man. This dragon doesn't really do anything. He kind of just hangs out. Yeah, the birds are really annoying. They are very, very annoying. Oh, come on, man. I'm gonna rest at this Lost Grace because I want to have a full kit. I know it's a safety strat for sure to do like all this just to get like a couple flasks back, but you know what? If I can one-shot this boss, the chances of me getting a sub 130 are very, very high. I'm gonna even do a quit out here to reset the AI just in case my fucking summon decides to not target the boss and instead to target the fucking horseback dude, the sentinel. God, I hate it when he does that. He ends up getting himself killed. Ah, shit.
Thou who approachest I will not have it stolen from me again.
The fuck is this? Oh. Get him. Let's go. Let's fucking go. I'm gonna let the timer go for a second. Okay. I have to add on a couple seconds because of the delayed start, so I think that's probably about good. Alright, the next two bosses are... I'm not going to say that Godfrey 2 isn't hard, but he's a lot easier than the other two. Well, he's a lot easier than the last boss, I should say. I think that these last three bosses are in order of difficulty, so... This might... If this is clean, this actually could sub 120. If I one-shot all of these bosses and everything is, like, super fucking clean. Chances of that happening, pretty fucking low, but, you know.
Before the Elden It's a sad state of affairs. Us. Queen Marika has held us. Onto eternity.
God damn it, this fucking staircase, man. Just split there. I know it's a few seconds early, but I don't want to be trying to put those input or like do that split while I'm trying to confirm all of the gear that just got deposited into my inventory, as well as trying not to fall off the branch like I almost just did, which would have cost like 20 seconds. Screw that, man. No thanks. That was a really slow, all-knowing fight. Very slow. But it's alright. Should be able to level up twice. Alright, let's go. These levels are getting fucking expensive. Real fucking expensive, dude. Come on, let's have a good fight. Let's get sub 120. Let's go. No! Fuck! Dude, he got real aggressive there in the last, like... He got real aggressive in those last couple seconds of that phase. More aggressive than I was comfortable with, and I tried to heal, and he fucking knew I was gonna heal. He knew it. He fucking knew it, dude. It's alright, it's not gonna sub 120, but it probably wasn't gonna sub 120 anyway. Looking at it, because I would have only had 2 minutes to kill the Elden Beast, so I don't think that would have been enough time. Dude, come on, man. Really? He's fucking cheating, dude. Good lord, man. This is the only bit of FP I have left, so I gotta be careful. Wow, my Mimic is in fucking rough shape, dude. don't think it's gonna last too much longer. I've done enough melee damage. I think we should be fine. Fuck this fucking orb, man. Right, the orb is chasing. The orb is chasing the tier. Very close. Damn it! I should be able to finish it here. Come on, die. Thank God. Okay. Sub 130. My only death really being GG. That's a great run. Even for New Game Plus. The one death costs me 2.5 minutes or whatever. It wouldn't have been a sub 120 anyway, but not with the RNG that I typically get on Elden Beast. Monster Hunter energy. New Game Plus 7 sub 120. Yeah, and I think that's the end of New Game Plus too, as far as like difficulty goes. I'll have to see how many runes I got from Elden Beast. I didn't actually look to see how many it was.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord.
Elden Lord.
In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall an age of fracture.
Not a very satisfying ending. The Age of Fracture ending, not very satisfying, but it's cool, man. Yo, GG's, we got that. We got that sub 130. I think you could probably get a sub 120. Probably not on new game, though. New game would be tough. But that's a pretty fast run. I'll probably put this on YouTube. Like, it's a run that I'm happy enough with to put on YouTube. The more I level up my character, the faster this run would get. Like, if I had 60 strength, I'd probably melt bosses a little faster with 60 strength. But I don't know how much my sorcery spell through the sword actually scales with strength. I don't think it's by much. But all around, a really good run. The death on Elden Beast definitely sucked. Lost 2.5 minutes on that. Or really the death on Radigan, I should say. I lost a lot of time on that, but it would have been like a 121.30 maybe. Probably somewhere in that range, but I'm happy with it. I think for this being like super early on, and it being New Game Plus, and it not being something that I'm probably ever going to run. Like, New Game Plus just isn't really a thing for Souls games. They don't really have New Game Plus categories. And the reason why is because there's not really, you can't really have a standard, you know what I mean? You can't really have a standard for New Game Plus if there's all these different builds, right? And you start the game out with whatever you want. It would be really hard to set up a New Game Plus file. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be that hard to like have everybody use the same character and just distribute that through SRC, but it would just be very impractical. That's all I would say. But the reason I did this run though is because I really wanted to kind of showcase like how quickly you can beat this game on New Game Plus if you have the right build and you're using the right weapons. And 123.49 is a great time. And like, this isn't 100% accurate. It's like give or take probably 30 seconds because I didn't start and stop my timer like frame perfectly every time. I also forgot a couple times and had to like tack on a few seconds during load screens or whatever. So I mean, it's not 100% accurate, but that'll give you a point of reference at the very least. But some of best is sub 120, so it's definitely possible on New Game Plus, but on New Game, probably not. These bosses are not going to melt this fast on New Game. I mean, look how many bosses you have. You have, I'm not counting the you died part, right? I'm not counting that as a boss. But you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bosses total. So like on average, you're fighting a boss, like with how many bosses there are, I know it seems like a really slow run because of how all the horseback riding, but given the length of this run being, we'll just say 90 minutes, you're fighting a boss on average every less than 10 minutes. So it's like when you divide it out, it's not bad, but think about it, right? Like you have so many times where it's just like back-to-back bosses, right? When you fight bosses, they're pretty much back-to-back. Like, Margit and Godric are almost back-to-back. It's like, I mean, look, it's 15:35, and then Godric is dead at 18:32. You start that fight probably a minute before that. So you have 15 minutes of leveling up your character, getting your shit together, and then going and killing your first boss. That all happens in the first 15 minutes. Probably the first 20 minutes on New Game. But then you go from first boss immediately to the second boss. Then you have to go get the key. But then look at this. Wolf and Renala are only 4 minutes apart. And then another big horseback ride. But then you have Sentinel kind of like in the middle, right? But then you do Godfrey and Morgott back to back. Then you do Fire Giant. And then Fire Giant, Godskin Duo. Those are kind of spread out. I mean, they're a few minutes apart, right? You got 15 minutes between Morgott and Fire Giant. And then you have another 5 minutes between that and Godskin Duo. But then once you get to Beast Cleric, it's literally just 4 bosses back to back to back to back. And provided that I don't die, right? So this would, again, be like a 1:21:30. So you're talking in 10 minutes... You're fighting 4 bosses. It's a gauntlet for the rest of the game. But the first hour is just like super fucking chill. Good run though. Good run though. I'm happy with it. I don't know that I'll run New Game Plus anymore. Like from a speed standpoint, right? I do want to grind and get my character to be super fucking OP. I do want to do that. And I may go and kill the rest of the bosses on New Game Plus 7. But I want to see... I want to see how many runes I got from killing Elden Beast.